Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are making a savory classic sausage stuffing. It's rich, it's perfect for the holidays, and maybe even for a cozy dinner. Maybe something like pork chops. So let me show you what's going to be needed for this recipe right about now. First, in a large bowl, add your stuffing bread in there. To that, add some of the chicken stock. Not all, just some. Start mixing it up a little bit. You do not want it to get so wet that it becomes just a big old ball of dough in there. That's why you want to make sure you're doing it just gradually. You're trying to get them to be moist, not soaked. Very gently, because you do not want to have the bread mush. You still want it to be maintaining its shape. Now, if you didn't buy the package of like a Pepperidge Farm stuffing mix, then you decide to make your own. You're going to have to be cutting it from a loaf of bread into little cubes and then putting it into the oven and toasting it first. This is just so much easier. Now, I'm gonna let that soak for a while. We're going over to the cooktop. Okay, I have 1 pound of Italian sausage in here. Now you could also be using ground beef, I suppose, or a mixture of ground beef and pork sausage, or just pure pork sausage. But I like the extra flavors that Italian sausage is going to bring to this. This is actually my brother's recipe, and the family has loved this for years. Okay, I'm liking this pretty much the way it is. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. And I'm going to be transferring the sausage with a slotted spoon to a separate bowl. And we're getting ready to use this saute pan to do our veggies. Now, you notice we did not drain off the grease from the sausage. We're going to leave that in there. It's going to add some more flavor to our veggies. I'm going to turn that heat back up to medium, and I'm going to put half a stick of butter in there. To that, I'm going to add my onions. Crank the heat up just a little bit more. We're going to try to get these onions caramelized, a little bit sweeter, a little bit more translucent. Okay, at this point, I'm going to be adding my celery. Now, while I'm waiting for the veggies to finish caramelizing, I'm going to add an apple in with my bread cubes. Again, get that all mixed up in here. The apple is just going to add a nice little touch of sweetness to this. Time to go check on the veggies. Okay, the veggies are looking really good, which means it's time to add that meat back in. Get the veggies and the meat all folded in together. That is looking terrific. Good, turn the heat off. Now I've got a pre-greased baking dish that we're going to be using here in a moment. And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm going to be adding our meat mixture in. I think I'll do this just a little bit at a time. Give us a chance to get it all blended in well. This is already looking terrific. Okay. Gonna try to get this added in to our baking dish. It's a 9 by 13 pre-greased baking dish. Get this leveled out. smoothed out. Now, you can cover this and bake it for the next 30 minutes. Or you can do what I'm about to do and leave it uncovered, which will give you a little bit crispier top crust. Now, if you're a traditionalist who actually likes to stuff the turkey, this is the time to be stuffing some of this into your bird. And whatever does not fit into your bird, finish it off in a baking dish like this. But this is perfectly fine to just do the whole thing in the baking dish. Now, technically, if you're putting it into the bird, that's when it is stuffing. If you're doing it in the baking dish, technically that's dressing. But just like any generic tissue can be called a Kleenex, I don't think anybody's gonna, get their feelings hurt if you're referring to either one by either name. Here's what it looks like. This is looking great. Let's put it into the oven. For 30 minutes. And there you have it. Sausage stuffing that's hearty, flavorful, and totally crave-worthy. Trust me, this is gonna be awesome. I'm loving the way it came out. Check this out. Very moist. Got a little bit of apple in here. Got some sausage, got the bread. Let's see how this turns out. This is awesome, y'all. This is really, really good. Your family is gonna love this. Now, it's just my wife and I here tonight. We're gonna enjoy a little bit of it, but I intend to put a lid on this and we're gonna freeze it till Thanksgiving comes. And that's gonna be a couple weeks away. So this is a dish that is easy to do ahead of time. So I hope you give this a try. Your family's gonna love it. And if you're enjoying the video, please hit that like button down below. Leave me comments. I love the comments. It really helps the channel if you leave a comment. And maybe a subscription. And be on the lookout for more holiday recipes to come. Thanks. Bye-bye.